So to make sure I have got the right couple in front of me, can I take the groom's full names and surname?
Stephen Alan Collins.
What were you looking at Andrea for? Had you forgotten your name?
Oh dear.
Andrea, can I take your full names and surnames?
Andrea Thornton.
Thank you. So first may I welcome you all on this very special occasion to the Stables Country Club, and I would especially like to welcome Stephen and Andrea. We have come together into this place which is being duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages, to witness the joining in marriage of Stephen and Andrea, and on their behalf I'd like to thank you all for being here to support them as they begin their married life together. Now the purpose of marriage is that you may always love, care and support each other through all the joys and sorrows of life. And before you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you both of the solemn and binding character of the vows of marriage we're about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. Stephen and Andrea now intend to enter into such a marriage, and if any person here knows of any lawful impediment why they should not be joined in matrimony, you should declare it now. You're dying to look round, aren't you? So if I can get all the guests to be seated, please. Do you want to have a seat just for now? And before we start the ceremony, I'd like to ask Jane to step forward and do a reading, please.
Okay, so to my brother Steve and sister-in-law to be Andrea on your wedding day. Today is a day you'll always remember, the greatest in anyone's life. You'll start off the day just two people in love and end it as husband and wife. It's a brand new beginning, the start of a journey, with moments to treasure and cherish. And although there'll be times when you both disagree, these will be surely outweighed by pleasure. You'll have heard many words of advice in the past, with the secrets of marriage were spoken. But you know that the answers lie hidden inside, where the bond of true love lies unbroken. So live happy forever as lovers and friends. It's a dawn of a new life for you, as you stand there together with love in your eyes, from the moment you whisper, I do. And with luck, all your hopes and your dreams can be real. May success find its way to your hearts. Tomorrow can bring you the greatest of joys, but today is the day it all starts.
So I'm now going to ask each of you to declare your freedom to marry. So all you're doing is repeating after me, and it's Stephen first. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Stephen Alan Collins.
Why I, Stephen Alan Collins.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Andrea Thornton.
To Andrea Thornton.
Thank you, Andrea. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
any lawful impediment
why I, Andrea
why
Thornton,
I, Andrea Thornton,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Stephen Allen Collins.
to Stephen Allen Collins.
Well done. Ray, do you want to come and stand next to Andrea, please? But not on the dress.
No.
So Stephen, will you take Andrea to be your lawful wedded wife, and will you remain true to her for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
Andrea, will you take Stephen to be your lawful wedded husband, and will you remain true to him for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
And who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do.
Can you take Andrea's hand and place it into Stephen's hand, please? Any wise words or threats for him?
Yes. I'll speak to them later.
Oh, right. You should be worried. Do you want to have a seat? Ray?
Yeah.
So now we come to the contract of marriage. Now this is the solemn and binding part of the ceremony, and it unites you in marriage. And because you're saying this to each other, you need to be facing each other, please. And again, it's Stephen first. I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness that I, Stephen Allen Collins,
to witness that I, Stephen Allen Collins,
do take thee, Andrea Thornton,
do take thee, Andrea Thornton,
to be my lawful wedded wife,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
and I promise to love and to cherish you,
And I promise to love and to cherish you,
honour and respect you,
honour and respect you
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better and for worse,
for better and for worse.
in joy and in sorrow,
In joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as both shall live.
Thank you. I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness that I, Andrea
to
Thornton,
witness that I, Andrea Thornton,
do take thee, Stephen Allen Collins,
do take thee, Stephen Allen Collins,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
and I promise to love and to cherish you,
and I promise to love and to cherish you,
honour and respect you,
honour and respect you,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better and for
for
worse,
better and for worse,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for as long as we both shall
for
live.
as long as we both shall live.
Thank you. So if we can get Neil to stand, please. So now we've come to the exchange of the wedding rings. They are the outward sign of your commitment to each other and a symbol of the lifelong promises you've just made. So Neil, if you can pass to Stephen, the ring is given to Andrea. And if you want to place that on the third finger of the left hand. We're all watching you, feeling pressure. Keep hold of a hand, this is the romantic bit for you now. So if you can say, Andrea, I give you this ring
Andrea, I give you this ring
as a token of my love and affection.
as a token of my love and affection.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I have, I share with you.
All that I have, I share with you.
Accept this ring
Accept this ring
as a symbol of our marriage.
as a symbol of our marriage.
Wear it with happiness and pride,
Wear it with happiness and pride,
now and
now
always.
and always.
Andrea, can you say, Stephen, I accept this ring
Stephen, I accept this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and the promises we have made to each
and
other.
the promises that we have made to each other.
Thank you. So Neil, can you pass to Andrea the ring she's given to Stephen? Thank you. You can have a seat now. That can go round his neck, through his nose, on his finger, whichever you prefer. Snug fit. Keep hold of his hand, and if you can say, Stephen, I give you this ring
Stephen, I give you this ring
as a token of my love and affection.
as a token of my love and affection.
All that I am, I give you,
All that I am, I give you,
and all that I have, I share with you.
and all that I have, I share with you.
accept this ring
accept this ring
as a symbol of our marriage,
as a symbol of our marriage,
wear it with happiness and pride,
wear it with happiness and pride,
now and always.
now and always.
Stephen, can you say, Andrea, I accept this ring
Andrea, I accept this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and the promises we have made to each
and the
other.
promises we have made.
Now, to maintain a happy marriage, you will need to be loving, patient and understanding, and in such love lies the hope of a successful marriage. So Stephen and Andrea, having consented to be joined in matrimony, having witnessed the same before this company, it now gives me a great deal of pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Tradition has it you seal the marriage with a kiss.
I've been married for 40 years.
Hooray!
During that time, it's been a house full of females. It's very unusual for me to get to speak for longer than 30 seconds. Without being interrupted, actually. And if I do get to speak for longer than 30 seconds, it's even more unusual to listen to. So it's going to be a whole new experience for me to give this speech. Anyway, here we go. Firstly, I would like to warmly welcome every single one of you. To thank you all for taking time to come here to celebrate this happy occasion, the marriage of our daughter, Andrea, to Steve. I would also like to thank all those who have helped and give their support and the lead up to this wedding in whatever capacity. You've all played a very important part to make this day very special for Andrea and Steve. This is a celebration of two people making a commitment to each other, surrounded by family and friends. It's also a time you wish all those you ever loved could have witnessed this very happy occasion. So on a sadder note, but with happy memories, it's worth remembering our family and friends. We would like to remember Lynn and Alan, Steve's mum and dad, who are in our thoughts and who we had the privilege to meet. I think they would have been very proud of Steve to know that he's very happy and settled. So before I get to the main toast, can I ask that you please raise your glass to absent friends and family? Time flies by so quickly. It doesn't seem that long ago since Andrea was born, and here I am today speaking at her wedding. This would be a great time, Andrea, to bring out a certain photograph.
No, don't.
When you were first born. However, I'll save your blushes. We love how feisty you are and how you are always there for us. Andrea, I cannot stress enough how I am the proudest man in the world today to see my daughter looking so happy and radiant and truly heartwarming. I know you and Steve will have a great life together and continue to be happy. You are amongst people today who care and love you so very much. And we wish you all the happiness in the world now and in the future. So without further ado, would you please upstanding and raise a glass to the happy couple, Andrea and Steve. Now I'd like to hand you over to Neil, his best man, who will say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Neil and I'm Steve's brother, and I'm honoured to be your best man today. Lots of people we say we look alike, but that's more Steve's wishful thinking. But saying that, there was a bit of confusion today when we were trying to check in. I was actually checked into the bridal suite. But I didn't give the key back yet, so I'm sorry to disappoint you. Can I just say how amazing you look as well? Some of my earliest memories of Steve involve a lot of pain, actually. Next to my mind. Steve's a few years older than me, so when I was about 5 years old, Steve thought it would be a good idea to lie on the floor and propel his little brother across the living room in the air with his feet. This resulted in me breaking my arm in 2 places, so thanks for that, Steve. No problem. My other earliest memory was of Steve playing darts. He used to have a picture of Jane on the dartboard. Presumably to practice his accuracy. Which worked, because shortly after that when Jane went into the room, he threw a dart from the far side and landed in the top of her foot. So I hope you enjoyed the piece while we were both in casualties. He was actually very good at causing pain to himself as well. He managed to get a tic-tac stuck up his nose, smashed himself in the face with a swing and broke his teeth. Oh, God. Diving under Jane's legs in a swimming bath. Thankfully, this detest for his own family didn't last long, as Steve has grown to absolutely adore his family, and he's one of those family-oriented people I know. I see this now in the way he adores his own family, including stepping up to be a great dad to Thomas and Ollie and fiancé to Andrea. As we all know, life doesn't always go to plan. It throws up challenges and difficulties, but Steve's always been there for the boys, and especially Thomas in particular. So Steve, that's something I really respect and admire you for. Steve does find it hard sometimes to see a clear line between what's acceptable in a family and what's acceptable at work. A good example of this is when Steve went out for Christmas dinner with his then new company, and he decided he liked the look of his boss's dinner. So he bluntly asked if he could have a bite. And then he took some food off his boss's plate, and he then informed his boss that it tasted like chicken chasseur. Only for his boss to reply that his food that was now in Steve's mouth was in fact chicken chasseur. The company I worked for then was a graphic design company, and this creative streak has stayed with him forever. Steve studied graphic design at college, and he's a great artist. Some of you might have seen his incredible circular doodle picture at home. Steve's creative side also involves music, which is his second passion after his family, I would say. He used to DJ in clubs in Liverpool, and he'd let me come and be his lightsman. And now he's actually got a regular slot on the radio where he does live DJing. And he's now turned his creative streak into being a massive DIY, recently seen by the whole world, and the planters he made for his back garden. Thanks for you've seen that. So we look forward to seeing your next project, Steve. Yeah. Steve's travelled quite a lot and did a tremendous job of illegally smuggling bacon into Japan when we lived there. The fact he's travelled a lot and understands the strict weight limits set on luggage when you travel make this next part even more baffling. We've got quite a lot of family who live in Australia, who I think you'll hear from shortly, possibly. Heather, Richard and Zach have spent many Christmases with us at Jane's house in Leeds. 2 of the most memorable gifts Steve decided to present them with, despite being told not to buy any presents, just days before flying back across the world to Australia, was a huge 2-kilogram box of jelly beans, only to outdo himself the following year by presenting them, Heather and Richard, each with a set of 2-kilogram leg weights. It's a total of 8 kilograms, which would work out about $100 each in baggage. Needless to say, they're still in Jane's house. So I don't think you thought that would...
No,
definitely not. Definitely not. It did give us a good laugh. Steve loves his food and red wine and likes to think of himself as a bit of a chef, his speciality being lasagna with jalapenos on top. As well as with chorizo and hot sauce with everything. I suspect Steve's love for playing with food comes from our pea battles when we were younger. Neither of us liked them, so we'd loudly exclaim, "It's flicking pea day!" Much to the anger of mum and dad. Steve does love a good time. We've had many good nights out together, including some interesting nights out near my mum and dad's old house in Spain. we both managed on separate occasions to get completely and utterly lost in the middle of the night. Me and my mum had to get up at 4 AM and find us. Needless to say, she wasn't too pleased again. We recently had a really good stag do in Leeds, which was a really good weekend, and Steve managed to behave himself, despite all his fears. He did, however, find it very hard to control his dancing feet and had to be restrained from busting out a move by a rather scary looking band. So that was quite awful. I'd like to finish just by reiterating how much family means to Steve. I know we had an amazing family and upbringing, and I can see that in the way Steve cares for and loves his family now. Andrew's also the same, very much family orientated, so Ollie and Thomas are very lucky to have such great parents. Our mum and dad. Our mum and dad loved you very much, Andrea, and I know they would have welcomed you to your family just as Ray and Eileen have welcomed Steve, so thank you. So Steve, you've grown into such a loving, caring, funny person. I know for sure the mum and dad would be even more proud of you now than they were already. So I'd like to wish you both many, many congratulations and all the best for the future.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hello. Those are lovely words, Neil. Well done. For those that don't know me, I'm Paul. I'm Jane's husband, and Steve, Neil's brother-in-law. And apparently, I'm the second best man. I don't know who voted, but thanks. First off, I'd like to congratulate Steve and Andrea on their wonderful day. Well done. You can now hopefully breathe a bit easier. And Andrea, you look beautiful. And Steve, nice try. So, stag and hen do's. Many thanks to all of those who attended, particularly Steve's stag do and the 3 or 4 that Andrea managed to have. We made the best we could of what we could, given the restrictions, the place, the time, but I know that they both had good times, whatever. Thanks for everybody who arrived. Your mum and dad, Steve. They were going to see it tonight. And they'd be proud of you. Sorry, Neil. It was fine, but 10 minutes ago. Yeah. They both loved Andrea to bits. And certainly would have welcomed you into their family, just as Alan and welcomed Steve. So, I'd just like to say on behalf of all of this side of the family, welcome to the family. Just so you know, once you're in, there is no escape. Believe me, I've tried. And I'm a bit certain Nami has too. Anyway, I've received some messages from people who cannot be here today. So let's try and see what they've got to say. Jesus, I've done this in bigger font. So, here we go. Hello, Steve and Andrea. All the best to you both as you start your married life. Congratulations, we're so happy for you. Enjoy your big day. That's with much love from Auntie June and Uncle John in Oz. Huge and heartfelt congratulations to you both, Cousin Steve, and your now official cousin-in-law, Andrea. We are so happy for you both, as well as Thomas and Ollie. You guys were made for each other right back all those years ago. We're so sorry that we're unable to be there today, thanks to COVID, but rest assured we are celebrating right now here in Melbourne with a drink and a dance in our lounge room. Enjoy a special day with your nearest and dearest, and we look forward to seeing video and photos of all the fun times you've had today. Andrea, we have no doubt you look absolutely beautiful, and Steve, we're sure you're looking very dapper too. May all your days together be happy all as this one is today. I hope the sun is shining for you all, but we know that's highly likely and it's probably chucking it down. But we also know you will not care and will be having the best time. Eat, drink, and dance and have the best time. We look forward to seeing you sometime soon for a post-wedding celebration. Much love and best of wishes from Cousin Heather, Cousin-in-law Richard and Zach. There's more. Steve and Andrea, congratulations on your wedding. We wish we could have been with you today to join in celebrating your love and happiness. I hope your day was everything that you dreamed of and hoped for. And Andrea, we just know you would have made a beautiful glowing bride, and Steve is doing everything he can to keep up. It's true. We wish you a lifetime of happiness as you embark on a new stage of your journey as husband and wife. It will not always be easy, but it will be fulfilling. So, from the Dean gang down under, some future advice for the bride and groom. Steve, the most effective way to remember the wedding anniversary is to forget it. Once. Andrea, behind every dream man is a woman rolling her eyes. Love from Chris, Claire, Tegan and Clark. Steve and Andrea, congratulations on your wedding day. Wishing you happiness for your future together with your family. Neil and Nami promised to visit Down Under one day. It would be wonderful if you could visit Australia too. Love and best wishes. Enjoy your day. Love from Auntie Carol. To the happy couple, Steve and Andrea, never thought this day would actually happen. Wonderful, and I'd love to be there with your other cousins from Oz. We look forward to seeing you all here in the future. Wishing you a great future together with cousin Karen, Rachel, Corey and Charlie. Finally, dear Steve and Andrea, congratulations on your marriage. So glad you're able to hold a wedding. Wishing you a wonderful life together with your family. Looking forward to our Italy cousin catch-up sometime in the future. Lots of love, Robin and Graham. They were lovely, weren't they? Right. Just a word back to those of you in Australia and with us recording. There's a few cameras, so I'm not really sure which one I'm looking at. Yeah. Many thanks for all of your messages and good wishes. It's a shame you couldn't be here, but hopefully we'll all get to meet up again soon. As Steve's dad Alan once said, we're going to miss one hell of a party. So it's nearly time for me to go back to the kids' table. Let's hope there isn't a third best man, because God knows where he's sitting. So all that's left for me to do is to ask you to stand, raise your glasses. So, happy couple.
My turn, right. Hi everyone. Should all know me, I'm Steve the groom. And if you don't know me, what are you doing here? Thank you, Ray, for those kind words, and Neil and Paul for embarrassing me and those nice words as well. I won't go on for too long because I'm sure you all can't wait to get on the dance floor. But I'd like to do some toasts and talk to you about the most important people in my life.
First of all, I'd like to mention Ray and Eileen. Thank you for welcoming me into the family, not just today, but from that first moment we met 14 years ago at Giovanni's restaurant in Manchester. And yes, it has been 14 years, but I'll get onto that later. I do remember him well because Ray introduced me to drinking a nice warm brandy. So, but seriously, I know I've been quite a handful at times, but you've always made me feel so welcome, and I love you both for that. Me and Andrea would also like to thank you both, and also Louise for all your help with Ollie and Thomas as well over the years. I also can't leave out Jade, Andrea's niece. Thanks for all the brilliant work you've done with the seating plan designs. And everyone, join me in raising a glass to my new mother-in-law and father-in-law.
Oh, thank you.
We would also like to thank Ollie for being our chief ring bearer, and to Emma and Hannah for being the beautiful flower girls. You all did a fantastic job. Well done. Me and Andrea would also like to thank the bridesmaids. I'm sure you will agree, you all look stunning today. Second only to my beautiful bride. Thank you for helping organise the 4 hen do's. Yes, 4 hen do's. Also thanks for...
There might be another one yet.
Yes, probably another on the way. Yeah. And also thanks for help keeping Andrea calm today and leading up to the wedding. Believe me, it took a lot of organising. Also, thanks for letting me come along to the first hen do. I really enjoy being dragged around all the bars in Liverpool. Some of you probably get confused by that, but I'll explain later. Also, thanks to Jane for all her help with organising the hen do's as well. Mr. and Mrs. Quiz and party hoopla game went down a storm apparently. Also, Jane, a quick thanks in general for just being an amazing sister. I'd also like to mention Anita, Jane's friend. If it wasn't for Anita, I wouldn't have met Andrea. Anita and Andrea both worked together, and it was Anita who passed on Andrea's number to me. The rest is history. And we know who to blame now if we both become bankrupt. Would everyone join me in raising the glass to the bridesmaids, my sister Jane and Anita? So Sarah, Zoe, Louise, Jane and Anita. Whilst I'm on a roll thanking people, I would like to thank the best men, my brother Neil and my brother-in-law Paul. To Neil, thanks for all your help and support last night, keeping me calm and also leading up to the wedding. I would generally also like to thank you for always being there and sticking by me through all the hard times, and for always being my best mate. You're a star. To Paul, thanks also for being an amazing brother-in-law and friend. I wouldn't have achieved and enjoyed half the things in my life which I have without your help and support, and I'll always be grateful for that. Also, thanks for organising the stag do. You did a great job with the itinerary, considering all the restrictions in the bars at the time. We still have to have that post-wedding stag do. We'll talk about that at some point. Now, it won't be much of a speech if I didn't thank my beautiful bride. What can I say? You look amazing. Literally took my breath away today. You're both beautiful inside and out. I know our relationship. I knew our relationship would last when you weren't put off by my face painted green the first time we met on a blind date in Manchester. My excuse was it was St. Patrick's Day, and I'd been out partying all day in Liverpool. So, yeah. Well, they say first impressions count, so I must have done something right. Seriously though, you have a heart of gold, and you're always thinking about other people before yourself and what's best for them. You're the most loving, considerate, and understanding person I've ever met. Wow. I've also never met anyone who's so organised, and you plan everything out meticulously for us all. The wedding is the perfect example of this. Couldn't have done it without you, obviously. There have been a number of times over the last 14 years where I've nearly lost everything. But you've always been there for me through the hard times, and we bounce back. never giving up on each other, because deep down, we both knew it was meant to be. You've given me two amazing children, and I love them both to bits. They are the glue that keeps us together and always strengthens the love between us. Sorry, just take a deep breath. Ollie is my sunshine and my shadow. My sunshine because he brightens up every day and always puts a smile on my face. Yeah. So yeah, he's my sunshine because he brightens up every day and puts a smile on my face. He's my shadow because he follows me everywhere. Never gives me up. Right, I'm going to say that last bit again. Right. Ollie, you are my sunshine and my shadow. You're my sunshine because you brighten up every day and always put a smile on my face. You're my shadow because you follow me everywhere and never leave me. Thomas has always had a special place in my heart since the day I met him, and I'm so proud to be your dad. I have a purpose in my life now to make sure that all three of you have a happy and successful upbringing, so I thank you for that. I can't picture my future without all three of you in it now. I can honestly say I've never been happier. I'm looking forward to growing old and spending the rest of our lives together. And as you know, we're going on honeymoon to Croatia for 5 nights.
You know where you're going now?
And no kids.
Secret.
Don't spit, will you?
Spit. Explain that one to me. Right. On behalf of my wife, on behalf of me and my wife Andrea, we would like to thank you all for coming here to celebrate with us today. I know some of you have travelled quite far, and it just goes to show what some people will do for a free meal and a party. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in raising a glass to my beautiful wife, Andrea Collins. Finally, not much to go now. Finally, I'm going to try and get through this, but I'd like to mention my mum and dad. It's such a shame they can't be with us today, but I know they would have been really pleased to see me get my head together and finally settle down. I know they really liked Andrea, and they had a special place in their hearts for Thomas as well, just like all of us do. My mum was also lucky enough to see a scan of Ollie before he was born. I know they would have been more than happy for me to take Andrea's hand in marriage. I'd like to share a couple of things my mum and dad told me, which have stuck with me. My dad once wrote in my birthday card, "Stay cool, Steve," because I always was a bit of a cool character growing up, just like he was. To be honest though, there have been certain things in my life I've done which were not very cool. So for Dad, I decided to stay cool, followed in his footsteps and came to my senses. I finally made the right decisions, followed my heart, and here we are today. I have 2 amazing boys and a beautiful wife. And finally, a slightly lighter note, something my mum once said to me after she had drunk far too many Bacardis with the headphones on and pointing a finger at me was a line from a beautiful South song. You can't have too many good times, children. You probably, I don't know if you know it, but it's what she used to sing all the time. Well, I took this sentiment with me whilst I was growing up, and yes, I did have many good times. So thanks for that, Mum, and I still do when I get a chance. Yeah, Mum did like a good party.
Yeah.
And I know her and Dad will both be having their own little party together up there in heaven tonight, watching over us. I'm sure it's long overdue for a lot of us as well, so please make sure you all enjoy yourselves tonight, because that's what you would have wanted. Yeah. And it's what me and my wife wanted to do as well.
Woo!
On that final note, would everyone join me in raising a glass to my mum and dad to live and out?
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide.
Ladies and gents, the bride and groom.
Don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in the words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I sat on the roof and kicked out the moss. Well, a few of the verses, well, they've got me quite cross, but the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen.